Hello, America. Eddie Marcus here again. I want to see if I can make my message short and yet say something worthy. You know, all of us have some figment in our imagination that gives us a description of what heaven is like. And for some strange reason, we've all come up with something that's pleasing to each of us, basically indicating that we would like to spend some time in heaven. However, most of the times when we speak of heaven, it's someplace else. It's not here. It's like going someplace. We've had people that tell us that heaven is within us or without us, but it's hidden without us, so it's invisible. Now, even though we all have some fantasy about heaven, in each ethnicity, whatever that means, there is a variation of this heavenliness that's contrary, sometimes maybe contradictory to that of others. And that happens in basically all of them. It's not just well, some of them feel together naturally. No, the only thing that's common about them is the idea of heaven. And when even in the Christian faith, you got people going all kinds of ways. I believe this, I believe that, I believe this, I believe that. Now, if you got these other coming together with that, they got their own thing too. And the reality of it, ladies and gentlemen, is I want to point this out. Neither one of them is on the right track. Now, when I mean that they are not achieving their ideas of what heavenliness is about. They are caught up in the whirlwind of evil. The earth that we live on, this is an evil world. Doesn't matter how good you think things are, it's not heaven. So it's bad. Anything that is not heavenly is bad. And this is where we're living in a place that's bad. And in the reality of our all preciousness of heavenliness in our own visions, our own mind, our own heart, and our own spirit, we can't get there together. What's the problem? The problem is that you weren't given the power. The power, my friends, is that heaven is ready for you, but you are not ready for heaven. Now, I want to say something that I was thinking about, and I referred to a scripture that you guys have heard, and I thought I'd better use that scripture. Maybe it might help make some clarity to what I'm saying. You've heard it said that I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man gets to the Father but by me. And we've had that interpreted all kinds of ways. But a few people have gotten it. Now, I'm going to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, this church thing. I don't know nothing about you. I mean, I've read you, and heard you, and acting, but I just look around me, we all the same. So I don't have to spend no more time studying you. We are all the same in religion, in education, in everything. We are all the same, brainwashed misfits. The message, ladies and gentlemen, if you really want to go to heaven, I'm going to tell you what I've learned. All of this white hair, thank God it ain't black no more. Going bald though. If you want to go to heaven, there's one way to prove it. And personally, I don't think anyone would get to heaven any other way. That means me, that means you, and everybody else will get to heaven. Now, there might be some place else you'll be dealing with, but not heaven. Heaven is a special place. A special place. Now, why do I say it's special? Because people say they want to go there, but they don't want to do what it takes to get there. Now, what does it take to do to get there? do heavenly things. Stand for righteousness. Stand for goodness. Now, what am I talking about? Stand that whatever you as an individual feel in the midst of all of this, what would it take for you, my friend? You, what would it take for you to be excited as though you are in heaven? What would it take so that you can feel you got everything at your disposal? You'll never have to worry. You got peace. You got prosperity. You got freedom. You got joy in your life. Your dreams are coming true. You don't have to win a lottery. Housing, food and clothing, you never have to worry about. Education is a gift. Healthcare is a, baby, it's a blessing for real. But the most important thing of it all is you got a career of your own. Something that you love doing. And the big secret is that in doing it, it is the reason for the manifestation of all the other fulfillment of all your needs and wants and your desires. To get there, you have to actually stand up and represent that here on this earth, in America, in Russia, in China, anywhere on the earth where you're talking about getting to heaven. You got to stand up and represent heaven. You got to stand up and know what heaven is. Now, what you do, as you, my friend, visualize this for yourself. It gave you the freedom to accept it for everybody else. You have no more enemies. It's just a group of people seeking heaven. And the evidence is that you're out there, you're advocating for it, you're telling people what they don't know, you're showing people what they haven't seen, you're making people a new people that has a new vision because you've given them truth. And it is truth that sets them free. And what are they doing? They're standing out there saying there ain't gonna be no more homelessness out here. It's not gonna be people out here hungry just so billionaires can have fun. Nobody doesn't knock the billionaire, but you're not gonna do that to the rest of the people out here. That's what the person who live, feel by the Spirit of God is saying. And you know what happened? They are loving it. They are loving it. It might be working in some areas, and they are loving it, and it might not be working in other areas, but they are loving it as long as they're giving it their all. And you know what? They know what their reward is because they're already receiving it. They know that the people might not get it. But that's not the point. The point is that you are so committed that you have gotten it and you're sharing it. And you know what's going to happen? They know what's going to happen. Just the same things that makes it evident that you are a devil, reverse it. The same thing that lets them know you're on that path to heaven. Why? Because these people that are not on that path going to kill you. And what did you die for? You died for heaven. You are a seed. And when they take your life, my friends, it's like being born again. In the twinkling of an eye. Now that's just what I understand. Now it might not happen like that with the twinkling of an eye bit, but it's going to happen. They kill you because you're a lover. They kill you because you care. You got a just reward. There is a God, a just God, a fair God. They kill you for doing God's stuff. Don't you worry about a thing. And the devil trick you saying you can have it now. And you got to walk on people. You got to tell somebody you're a Democrat and then stand up against Democrats when people who are paying you